Hi, welcome to the Afrocentric Woman. Thank you for tuning in. I want to talk about the challenges of navigating YouTube relationships. I didn't know if I was going to name this YouTube streets or YouTube relationships because relationships, I don't know. People take that word so serious, but I just think relationship is any like connection between humans, some type of relationship. So let's talk about it. I will say that before I get into it, of course, I mean, I have a okay, let's just stick with this channel. So before I became a YouTube before I became a content creator, of course, I was a viewer and a listener on YouTube and active in various different YouTube communities. And I've seen some nasty, nasty, nasty stuff on YouTube over the years. Like not in the beginning of YouTube, like years and years and years ago. Well, actually, I take that back. I take that back. I've seen some really nasty stuff. I'll tell you, like a long time ago, I had this lady come from the Caribbean to my city, and I had her speak at an event, and I recorded the event. I recorded the video and I put it on YouTube, and this lady received death threats because there were people who politically didn't agree with her. And I ended up taking the video down because I mean, I did have a lot of views on my channel, but I just didn't want to be a part of that. I didn't want to be a part of contributing to any way. I didn't want to be a part of contributing to any way of this woman's like her safety. You know what I mean? So I took the video down. So I guess I do have a long history of seeing some of the nastiness of YouTube, but definitely in the like most recent years, I mean, there have been people that have been doxxed, harassed, stalked, people having campaigns to shut down their channels because they don't like what they say, all kinds of stuff, or like people getting upset that they're not getting enough attention from a content creator. Let me switch these. I have some points that I'm going to say. I'm just going to, as I'm talking, I'm thinking about another thing I want to share about like moderators. But like, yeah, people being upset that they're not a moderator anymore. So they'll go over and start harassing a content creator or try to dox them, or, there's like these like hate panels where they'll just get on and just start roasting people, and they're really talking about a whole lot of nothing. And these panels will be for 3 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours. I'm like, how do you have enough time to live stream for 8 hours? And why does YouTube let people do that? I don't even know. Just for the fact that their ranch got taken away and they got upset and they went to go whine and cry somewhere. And so, I've seen it all, and I mean, and I've had my experience, and I knew I would, and I tried my best to mentally prepare myself before I launched the channel. So I believe that I started this channel in June of 2020, but I did not upload any content until October. I hemmed and hawed, and I hemmed and hawed about it because I just knew that the type of content that I was going to be sharing on here was going to be controversial, and I knew that it would attract a lot of dusties. I knew that it would upset the demons inside the dusties, and I just had to really do a lot of soul searching. Like, is this really what I want to do? Is the message that I have inside of me burning so bad that I'm going to jeopardize my peace to share this message with others? And apparently it was burning too bad. I could not be quiet. So here I am. But one thing that I did before I launched this channel was I made a mission, and I say the mission all the time. You can go to the about page. You can see the mission of this channel. I say it over and over again, and it's also to keep me on task. Like, why am I here? I'm not here to tear other women down. I'm not here to cause confusion. I'm not here to cause mayhem. I'm not here to get caught up in my emotions and, lose sight of what I'm doing. No, the mission of this channel is to inspire Black women to heal core wounds, to live a luxurious and abundant lifestyle. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here, to inspire Black women to live a luxurious and abundant lifestyle, to heal your core wounds. That helps me stay on task, and it helps me um, constantly, give out dating information, relationship information, parenting information, and the like. That's going to support that mission. That's why I'm here. But I can't say that it hasn't been hard navigating different spaces. It is. I think that as women, we're naturally social, and we're naturally like, we want to be a part of a group. We kind of click together. We click together in different areas, and everybody wants to feel a part of something greater than them, and everybody wants community, and everybody wants to feel a part. And so when you get on YouTube and you start navigating these different spaces, you constantly encounter either acceptance or rejection, when people have groups and cliques and followings and whatnot online, and you're trying to get in where you're trying to get in where you fit in. You're trying to figure out, where's your tribe, where are your people, who are you going to vibe with, and how. You want to be listened to, you want to be heard, you want to be understood, you want to listen to others, you want to understand others, and you want to be in relation with others. And it's challenging. I mean, so we'll get into it. And these are some things that have helped me navigate these YouTube streets and YouTube relationships fairly, you know, well, to where I'm not like, spazzing out or whatever. So the first thing is grace, extending grace to other people. And before I even get into grace, let me just say this. I do not know what is wrong with my channel, but I have comments that come through and I can see them on the notification studio side. And for whatever reason, YouTube does not post the comments. So please know, you guys, to my subscribers and to my viewers, I am not deleting your comments. YouTube is not posting them. I go into the studio side. I try to find your comments. I see there's nothing wrong with it. You guys are not, hey, Michaela, you ladies are not using profanity. You're not saying anything crazy. So why is YouTube blocking it? Then I go into the thing and, like, instead of me saying for YouTube to instead of YouTube like auto scanning my comments for like hate speech and profanity and stuff like that, I say, no, just post everything. Don't hold for review. So I try to go and click each video to where everybody can post comments, and still YouTube is not posting about 1/4 of my comments, maybe even more. And I don't understand why. I don't know why they're deleting the comments. I go through, I try to find them. I see them coming through on the notification, but when I try to click on the video, they're nowhere to be found. So I just want to apologize on behalf of YouTube. It's not me doing it. I just want to apologize to you guys. If you're not seeing your comments show up, it's not me. It's some type of technical issue on the YouTube side. And it says, yes, definitely did it to my comment. I'm sorry, Michaela. There's absolutely nothing wrong with your comment. It was perfectly fine. And I go through and I try to respond to you ladies, and I can't. It's gone. I don't know. I don't know if I can maybe make a technical ticket on YouTube or something to where they can look into it and see what's going on. I'm such a small channel. They may ignore me, but at least I can just at least try, because I don't like that. Because there was even another subscriber to where she left this really insightful comment, and I went to respond, I couldn't. And then she wrote me later, like in a different live, and she was like, yeah, I don't know what happened to my comment. And I told her, I don't know either. I thought you deleted it, but I was going to email you and let you know that I wanted to tell you that I didn't delete it. I just didn't want any confusion, because this is a sister that I really respect. So just extending grace. I think like just giving people the benefit of the doubt really does go a long way. Because sometimes we can jump to conclusions when we have like comments missed, or like sometimes people might put a comment in a live stream and the live stream is going so fast and you don't get to see it. And then you might feel a way about it, or you send a super chat to a content creator that you really like, and they never read your super chat, and you might feel a way about it. But I just think extending grace to others really goes a long way. Revealing the narcissist says, yeah, it happens to my channel all the time. And hello to you too. It even auto deletes if non-problematic comments. Yeah, I don't know why. Do I think it's the algorithm? I don't think it's the algorithm. I think it's something in the commenting. Like YouTube is supposed to screen for hate speech and screen for profanity and like vulgar language, but it's supposed to let all the other comments flow. So why it's deleting comments, I don't know. I don't know. I always at them and let them know YouTube deleted it because I'm not the one to delete my comments. Okay, I might try that. I might try that. That's a really good idea of revealing the narcissist of Black YouTube. I may just yeah, at that subscriber and let them know, hey, please try again, or I'm sorry I saw your thing come on there, but it went away. Okay, so number two, after extending grace, is seek clarification. So if there is a situation on YouTube where there's like a missed comment or an unread super chat or whatever it is that you feel like, why not just seek clarification and just put into words what you want, so that way you don't have to harbor these feelings and unnecessarily. So if you said something in your super chat and you feel like that's really important and you really want them maybe to try to read it on the next live stream, why not just email them and say, hey, you missed my super chat. You probably were so busy, but this is something that I wanted to share with the community. Would you be so kind as to read this on the next live stream? You know, and you just never know. But sometimes just going that extra step to seek clarification and express yourself clearly and politely, it really does go a long way in maintaining good relationships on YouTube and abroad. And then also think about privacy versus public. So if you do have an issue with a content creator or other members on YouTube, think about, is it something that you can handle privately? Is it something that you can email them about or send maybe a DM on Instagram about? Or is it something that you want to blast them in the comment section on or make a whole video about it? Like really be discerning about that, because sometimes if you make something public that doesn't necessarily have to be public, it can blow the situation bigger than what it had to be. And so, kind of, have some discernment with that. And then the next one, which kind of relates to grace, is giving people the benefit of the doubt. So thank you for all my subscribers who've given me the benefit of the doubt about the comments and knowing that it's not me deleting them, but it's YouTube. There was another live stream I was on where I kept getting put in timeout, and I I gave the benefit of the doubt to the content creator who was hosting the live that she wasn't putting me in timeout and the moderators weren't putting me in timeout. And so finally what I found was that whatever was going on with her channel, the YouTube algorithm or back end or whatever, it didn't like emojis. So if you used two emojis in a row, so like let's say you did happy face, it would automatically put you in timeout. I kid you the F not. If you use two emojis, it would put you in timeout. So I figured that out because I would say something and it would be fine, and I would type a message, it would be fine, and then I would do some emojis and I get put in timeout. I'm like, why am I getting put in timeout? And so I just asked like, hey, why am I getting put in timeout? And they were like, I'm not doing it. None of the mod, they're like, none of the mods were doing it. It was YouTube that was doing it. So seeking clarification and just giving people the benefit of the doubt. Don't jump to conclusions. Don't think that, oh, let me get off this person's live stream because they don't want me there and they keep putting me in timeout. No, this is YouTube shenanigans. It has nothing to do with the content creator. For whatever reason, you can put as many emojis as you want on other people's live streams, but for some reason on her live stream, you cannot use multiple emojis. You can only use one emoji at a time. And I know this sounds very minuscule and petty, but these are all real issues that people end up having, like whole YouTube beefs. And I think that a lot of these YouTube beefs can be they can be avoided if we have, just more maturity among ourselves and have a code of conduct and consider the points that I'm sharing. Okay, so the next one is number 5 is having healthy offline relationships. I think part of the reason why people can get so invested, sometimes overly invested in YouTube relationship, is because they don't have a lot of healthy offline relationships. So I just recorded a video the other day. I think I uploaded it today about making level up friends, making new level up friends in your community, in your city. And I'll probably, start recording other videos about relationships. Actually, in fact, I will go ahead and just commit to that. I am definitely going to record more videos on fostering healthy relationships in real life, and not just dating relationships, but other types of relationships like friendships and sisterhood and things like that. I'm absolutely going to record a series on cultivating healthy relationships, but that's very important to take care of. Like, and you can even like just take stock and reflect upon yourself. Like, am I getting overly triggered, or you know um, overly excited or overly emotionally invested in these YouTube relationships? That might be a clue to you that, hey, you know what? Let me get offline and focus on the people in my life that are I can, touch, that I can see, like the people that are really in my life. Like, it can help. Like, YouTube should be an enhancement of your overall relationship life, but it shouldn't be the end all be all of your community and of your relationships. It's always good to have strong, healthy relationships offline. Hi, Zizi. And Michaela says the comments are often that often get deleted are not even hateful comments, and that what I find is the hateful comments are the ones that get through, and that doesn't make sense. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Michaela. I've had some crazy stuff get posted on, like all the dusty comments come through. Most of them do. Most of the dusty comments come through, and it's the good comments from you ladies that don't get through. Hi, anti-Afro Svengalis. Welcome to the live, my dear. And then revealing the narcissist of Black YouTube says, or that can comment phonetically because the words YouTube does not allow you to say it. Yeah. Okay, so I talked about healthy offline relationships. And then the next thing I want to talk about is cliques and clans. So these cliques and clans sort of naturally formulate on YouTube. And they're oftentimes, related to a particular content creator or the other. But sometimes it's about around ideologies. It could be around a variety of things, but I would say the majority of this, it's like from a particular content creator. This can be hard when you feel like you're on the outside. It's just hard to emotionally navigate that. I mean, because sometimes I know I feel ouch. Sometimes when you feel alienated, when you feel like you're not a part of the clique, you're not a part of the cool kids. It's the proverbial. They won't let you sit at the lunch table with them. You got to go sit in the corner by yourself, and it sucks. It sucks. And I think that if that happens, you really just kind of have to ask yourself the question, do I want to be here to receive the information that's being shared, or am I just coming to sit at the table with the cool kids? And you're the only one who can really answer that question. And it's something important to answer because it will help you maintain control of your emotions, so you're not lashing out on YouTube. You're not feeling so hurt and alienated. But I just want to acknowledge that it can feel like ouch when that does happen, and it does happen. It's just a natural process of things. But one thing that's really important is to have patience, because people need an opportunity to get to know you. People need an opportunity to vet your content. People need an opportunity to see how you behave over time, or find points of interest. But it's important that you just be yourself and express what's on your heart and mind to express, and think about adding to the collective knowledge and upliftment of whatever space you're in. And that is what you offer to the world. That's what you offer to humanity, because there's only one you. And you're very unique, and you're unique in what you have to say and how you feel. And everybody has something, every healthy person has something valuable to offer to the collective. So, be patient when people click up and clan up and those kinds of things, and just have an attitude of acceptance that this is just sort of part of the landscape of YouTube. It's just part of it. And when you keep your eye on the prize as to why am I here, what am I here to learn, and what am I here to contribute, that always brings you back to a place of moving through in a very balanced manner that will keep you from, lashing out or getting sucked into drama channels and drama panels and hate panels and things like that. All right. So the next thing I want to say is don't take things personal. That's so, so, so important. Don't take things personal. People have their lives, people have their own motivations. When people wake up in the morning and they think, hey, I want to get up and live stream about about the sunny day, and that's what I want to do. And maybe you're somewhere and you're experiencing a hurricane, and you may say, oh, that's so selfish of that person. They want to get up and talk about sunny days and sunny skies when I have a hurricane over here. And that's when you're making everything in the world about you. Like, that person may not even know that the hurricane is happening in your city. They may not have any clue. And so, give people the space and autonomy to have their own experiences and have their own agenda as to what they want to share with their community, what it is that they want to bring forth. Everybody has their own agenda. Everybody has their own agenda. And when we come together with relationships on YouTube, we're trying to find, hey, I have an agenda and you have an agenda, and where do our agendas overlap? Because in that space of where they overlap, you and I might be able to get some things done together, or you and I may be able to push this shared aspect of our agenda forward to the next level. Or there may be something that you have to share that I can learn and improve my life, and I may have something of value to contribute to your life. But everybody has an agenda, and just accept that. Everybody has their own personal motivations. Sometimes people wake up on the wrong side of the bed. Sometimes people wake up on the right side of the bed. There's no rhyme or reason to any of this. But when you give space, when you give human space to be human, then you don't take you don't take everything so personal. Hi, Liz Martin. Welcome to the chat. YouTube can trigger some pain points because it reminds me of high school, but there are some safe spaces. Exactly, revealing the narcissist of YouTube. That's exactly what I'm saying. It does trigger when you when you feel rejection, or you feel like you're not a part of the bigger group. You can kind of feel like that, and it can kind of trigger you. And so that's why it's super important to have that inner balance and be able to ask yourself those probing questions to help recenter yourself so that you can work through those feelings. Like, I like to observe them as they happen. I don't think that they're right or wrong. I don't condemn feelings. Oh, these are good feelings, or these are the bad ones. Like, oh, I feel rejected. Let me look into that. Why am I feeling rejected? And then I have to put things into perspective. Okay, Afrocentric woman, this is a YouTube chat. This is a whole YouTube chat. Why are you feeling rejected? What do you need to do in your own life to feel more acceptance? Are you accepting of yourself? And then you can reflect within yourself and work it out. You know what I mean? All right, so don't take things personal. And then and then that's not the last thing, but the next one is think higher. Think high of people, especially people who have earned your respect over time, people who have earned your reverence over time, or just somebody that you see consistently providing value. Think higher of them. If something happens or slips through the crack, don't just immediately revert to, oh, they're being petty, or oh, they meant to do that, or oh, this person is out to get me, or they're out to get that person. Try to just think higher. Just assume, just extend some grace. Try to assume the best. Try to assume the best. Well, she probably missed that, or she probably didn't see it, or maybe, that slipped her mind and she was going to mention it, but she didn't. Just try to just think higher of people. It will keep you from slipping into that sort of vindictive condemnation, way of thinking that can really alienate you from spaces that you enjoyed, you enjoyed being in. And then this next one is very important, is respect boundaries and house rules. So my channel is my house, and I do things the way I want to do them, how I want to do them. I talk about what I want to talk about. On other people's channels, they have their own rules and their own boundaries. They may, for example, let's say they have members only chat. So they may have a live stream and switch over to members only. Well, that's their house. You gotta respect it. If you want to comment in the live chat, then you'll have to become a member. There may be certain topics that are banned from other channels that the content creator will just let you know, hey, this particular topic is off limits, and so you just respect that. There's any type of boundary or rule. Sometimes content creators have rules where they don't want you mentioning other content creators in their comments or on their live streams. And it's their house, it's their rules. It's like you wouldn't go to somebody's house and with your dirty shoes and put it on their coffee table. And it's the same thing, that you won't go to somebody else's channel. They've already let you know what the house rules are, and then you just go over there and violate it because you feel entitled, or whatever the case may be. Like, respect goes a long way. Respect goes a long way in maintaining healthy relationships and boundaries. For me, I love boundaries. I love having them for myself, and I love knowing what other people's boundaries are because I feel like it helps me be a better friend. I want to know. I mean, I've had to tell, like, I have some friends who have some very like toxic dynamics where like they pretty much just cut you, like they'll just ghost you instead of just saying, I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Or, they'll just ignore you because they don't want to do what you like. Maybe you've asked them for a favor, like, hey, could you come by and water my plants? I'm going to be out of town, and they can't do it, or they don't want to do it, and they just don't respond. And I'll tell those friends like that because I know their dynamics. I already understand that, passive aggressive and stuff like that. So I'll just say, hey, I may ask you for things because I need them. That otherwise I wouldn't be asking. But do know that you have the right to say no, and do know you're still going to be my friend. I still love you. I would prefer you just tell me no than ghost me. Please don't ghost me. I don't like that. So, communication is so important, and giving people permission to say no, or they opt out of stuff if they don't want to do it. And I know for me, y'all may have noticed on the channel, I have a very, I know a little bit about a lot of things, and I can like think I know that what's best. And sometimes I think I know what's best for people. And I do have like, my codependency looks like I know what's best for you. And I know that about myself. Like, that's how it manifests. So I have to tell my friends, hey, if ever we're talking and you feel like I think I'm telling you what's best for your life and that's not, you have permission to tell me to shut up. Like, please, like, just say, hey, you know what? No thanks on this particular. I don't want your advice. Like, please, if you don't want my advice, just tell me that you don't. Like, I love boundaries because I don't like being um it ignorant of what it takes to have a good relationship with you, because then I feel like I'm at a disadvantage if I don't know where the boundary is. I want to know where where it is so that I can respect it. And it goes a long way on YouTube. Whatever people's house rules on their channel is, just respect it. You know what I mean? All right. Uh, Moderation. What did I mean? Oh, moderation. So, mods and modding channels. That's a big deal. So sometimes people get really upset if they don't get a wrench, or if they get their wrench taken away, or who gets a wrench and why do they get a wrench and I don't get a wrench. Like, listen, calm down. Like, is the whole think about it like this. Like, back up and see the big picture. Back up and go to the tower and get out of the weeds. Is the purpose of you being on this channel to get a wrench? Or is the purpose of you being on this channel to share and grow with the community? You know what I'm saying? Because is the wrench the end all be all of life? Really put things into perspective. I have seen some people really have some like full out breakdowns about a wrench. I mean, it's just a lot. It's just a wrench, y'all. It's just a wrench. It's not even real. And I don't want to trivialize it too much, because I've had times where was on a channel and I had a wrench and then the channel went away and the channel came back. I didn't get my wrench back. But do I still respect the content creator? I do. Like, gifts are from the heart, and um that level of participation with somebody's channel is a gift, and you're not entitled to it. Like, there's nothing on your birth certificate that says you're entitled to so and so's wrench on their channel on YouTube. Like that, you didn't come into the world entitled to somebody's wrench. So, just chill out about the wrenches. Like, wrenches come, wrenches go. It's not a big deal. Um, you're there for more than just that. That's not the end all be all of life. So, I mean, I felt a way too about wrenches, about like, how do these ladies get a wrench? And I've been on there longer than them and I don't get a wrench. Why don't I get a wrench? I think that sometimes. And then, I have to talk my own self off the ledge. Like, okay, come on, Afrocentric woman. It's a friggin' wrench. Calm down. I just have to kind of laugh at myself sometimes just to, brighten the mood and move on with life. Liz Martin says, I can't get over how some people believe they have the right to impose their will on others. Like, what did these people's parents teach them? Yeah, Liz, you ask a really good question. Yeah, you ask a great question. What did these people's parents teach them? I had to unlearn a lot of things that my mother taught me. My mother is on the cluster B spectrum, so she's a very like grudge holding person. She's very paranoid. She is very she thinks the worst of people. She always assumes the worst. So, a lot of things that my mom that I learned about relationships, I had to get out in the real world. I just realized it just was not productive. I don't want to live my life like that. My mom is still miserable for the most part, and I don't want to live my life like that. I don't. And so I had to unlearn a lot of things that I was taught and learn a different way of being. And so I do think that if people have the desire to unlearn unhealthy patterns and unhealthy relating skills, they can, if they invest the time, energy, and resources necessary to do things differently. Because ultimately, it's like, what kind of result are you trying to get at the end of the day? Like, what are you trying to achieve? And that should be what guides you as to how you go about in entering into relationships. So that's that. And then finally, unless I have a few minutes, if anybody wants to call in to chit chat or add to the discussion, you're welcome to click on the link and join. But yeah, finally, leave in peace. So if everything that I just said is still not going to work and you're in the YouTube community, just go and you feel like, I don't want to be a part of this community anymore. I don't like this content creator. I don't like this topic. I don't like this, or I feel bad. I just don't want to be here. Finally, I would say go in peace. You do not have to burn the house down on your way out. You don't have to sling mud on your way out. You don't have to try to sabotage what that content creator is doing on your way out. Get quietly, collect your things and go. Go in silence, go in peace. Go in peace. Go be where you want to be. Wherever it is that you want to be there. Um, go in peace. Go silently. You don't have everybody. I'm about to go. I'm about to unsubscribe. Okay. You don't have to announce. You don't have to make an announcement when you're about to unsubscribe from somebody. Quietly go on over there and click on that unsubscribe button and exit on out. You can even block them if you want to. You could even block them if you want to. You could take them off your feed. Keep on telling YouTube, not interested, not interested, not interested. And eventually, that content creator is not going to come up on your YouTube feed. Or if you're not a content creator and you just have a channel for viewing purposes, just create a new channel. That way, all of that viewing, YouTube will keep suggesting things to you that you've already watched and types of content that you already watched. So if you never want to see that content creator's face again, just create a new YouTube channel for viewing purposes and start curating the content that you actually want to see. And that way, you don't have to see that person's content anymore. And you don't have to kick up a big stink and a big fuss when you're going to leave out. You don't have to go on attack panels and drama channels and attack, all of that. You don't have to do that because it's a waste of your time. There's something more productive that you could be doing with yourself. You could be consuming information that's going to be valuable to you. You could be working out or making money or doing anything other than kicking up a big stink about somewhere that you don't want to be. Revealing the narcissist of Black YouTube says, now the Afrocentric, this is for an emotionally mature person. Yeah, it is. It is. It is. But you know what I've learned about cluster B people? Some of them, although they may not feel these things innately, they can follow directions if they want to, especially if they think that they're going to get something out of it to benefit them. Like they can go the cold empathy. They can go through the motions of what a regular human would do. So even if you're not emotionally mature and even if you feel like burning the house down, you could still choose to follow the steps in this life and create, not complicate your life. You know what I'm saying? This would actually benefit anybody to follow these things at various maturity levels. So, yeah, that's what I wanted to share, y'all. And I appreciate y'all tuning in. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like. I would really appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate y'all. And she says, essentially, all adults can follow directions. Most people who don't elect not to. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah. Well, it will just complicate their lives. Who wants a complicated life? I want to try to make my life as positive and easy as possible. Interacting with other humans is challenging, though. It comes with bumps and bumps along the way and challenges, and it's not a straightforward thing. But these principles tend to help me, so I'm hoping that they will help others navigate these YouTube streets and navigate YouTube relationships. All right, beautiful people, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Please like, share, and subscribe. Peace.